Okay, now we're going to look at solving rational equations. We're going to do a lot of the same things we did for adding and subtracting our rational expressions. We're going to look to factor first if possible. So that means we'll look at the denominator. If it's not factorable, like our first one, we will find a common denominator. And that'll actually also help us find our excluded values, our restriction. So it looks like since x is in the denominator, I know that my excluded value is that 0 can't be, because I don't want 0 in the denominator. Next thing we do, we multiply by what's missing here, multiply, because our common denominator is x, and the only thing that's missing something is that 1. So I'll multiply that 1 by x, because that's the only one missing the x in the denominator. And then this will be really exciting. We'll cross out the denominator. Basically, we're saying we've dealt with everything. We cross out the denominator. We're left with 1 is equal to 1 times x minus 5. So I add 5, and I get x is equal to 6. And since it's not the excluded value, that is my answer. Same thing here. My common denominator is going to be, it looks like I've got an x squared and 3 and a 6, so it's got to be a 6x squared. So I multiply by what's missing. 3x squared needs to be multiplied by 2 to get to 6x squared. 6x needs to get multiplied by x to get to 6x squared. And then this one's all good. So then I cross out the denominator. And I will get 2 times 1, so 2 is equal to x plus 1. I subtract 1 from both sides. X is equal to 1. So we'll do that across the board and then look at if we have binomials down at the bottom. So here we have this equation. I'm going to separate out some work. My common denominator for this one looks like it's going to be x, 2, and 5. So that means it's a 10x. So I multiply by what's missing. 2x is missing a 5 that it needs to be multiplied by. 5x is missing a 2. And 2 needs 5x to get to 10x. And I cross out the denominator, and I'm just getting 5 times 1 minus 2 times 6, so 4 is equal to 5x. And so it's 1 is equal to 5x, and I need to get x by itself, so I divide by 5. So x is equal to 1/5. Same thing with D. It looks like our common denominator this time around, actually this one, you can do it 2 ways. Our common denominator is 54 because it's 6 times 9. So I multiply by what's missing. This guy is missing a 6, this one's missing a 9, and I cross out the denominator. So it's 6 times x minus 1 is equal to 9 times 2x plus 3. And I distribute and solve, so I get 6x minus 6 is equal to 18x plus 27. And I subtract 6x. And I subtract 27. So it's 33. I don't like that. And then I'll get simplified fraction of 11